Kubrat, Pulev, and Bob Arum back under fire from Jenn and her lawyer. Stay tuned. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. Now, Bob Arum and Kubrat Pulev are back under the gun, under fire. Jenn and her lawyer, Gloria Allred, have issued a public statement, and they all look the same. I don't know. I guess that's the lady's office. It looks like I don't know. It looks like a courtroom or something. And I've seen Miss Jackson in that little setting, and I'll try to link the video in the description. But basically, Jenn and her lawyer have requested some things because Bob Arum and Kubrat Pulev have, it's a long story, but the Kubrat Pulev situation where he kissed her, she said it was sexual harassment. We're living in the Me Too era. And, you know, Bob Arum alluded to some different things. He did an interview with IFL TV on YouTube, and he said that she was hanging all on him and she was visiting him in training camp. And now Jenn has come out and said that's not true. And the lawyer is taking it a step further, saying basically Bob Arum is taking this lightly and he needs to be disciplined, and it's getting bad. So Gloria Allred, the lawyer, says she's requesting from the California State Commission to extend Kubrat Pulev's suspension and or revoke his license, because basically he hasn't learned his lesson, so he needs to be suspended longer or whatever the case is. And she also wants Bob Arum sanctioned. And then Jenn she's, you know, reading her script, saying Bob Arum stated this, that, and the third, said I was visiting Kubrat Pulev in camp, which was a lie, and he doesn't care about the truth. He's just, you know, trying to ruin my reputation. So this thing is getting nasty, man. It's getting real nasty. Anytime you're dealing, like, especially with the, like I said, the Me Too era, and you have her lawyer and Jenn in a time where there's a lot of these claims, the Harvey Weinstein, Bill Cosby, Kevin Spacey, you know, it's just a lot going on, and they keep coming out and saying more. So Bob Arum, I don't know why he did that interview and said what he said on IFL TV. And actually, if you remember, I think it was that particular interview, but I seen the interview. He said, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. Well, you guessed it, Bob. So that makes it worse, because it's like, what's the point of putting fuel on the fire? You dig? Like, why would you, if you know what you're going to do is going to create more of a calamity, more chaos, why even do it? Because Bob Arum literally said, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, and then he said it anyway. And then now they're involving you in it. Like, Bob Arum didn't sexually harass Jenn but since he's getting involved, now they want him disciplined too. So it's gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting. She said her professional life is ruined, and you know, different stuff like that. So I don't know what happened, but this whole thing is a mess. I think I seen her in Las Vegas at the Charlo fight. I'm not sure though, you know, the Jenn girl. So I don't know what this is, you know. I don't know. I don't think she'll be credentialed at certain places, because this is a nightmare for any promoter. Now, the other thing I want to say is this also foils the plan that I think Top Rank had. I think they were going to try to make Kubrat Pulev. He's a ranked guy. He's been in the rankings. He, you know, fought Klitschko just like Tyson Fury. And I think they were looking at Kubrat Pulev. But now with this, and then with Bob Arum saying what he said, and then them wanting his sexual harassment license suspended longer and revoked and all this, I think that's taking Kubrat Pulev out of contention for when they want Tyson Fury back, because they want Tyson Fury back, let's say October, November, and he's suspended already, I think, till September, you know, and then now they're motioning to have him suspended even longer. And you can't announce a fight and do a press conference with the fighter suspended, I would imagine, you know, because that wouldn't look right if he's still undergoing, like, he hasn't served his suspension and you're already looking past that. So they would have to go through the motion. So I don't know if Kubrat Pulev can realistically be there for Top Rank as an opponent for Tyson Fury, which could be the reason why we've started hearing rumors that Tyson Fury could fight against Gerald Big Baby Miller, who just failed 2 drug tests and lost out on the Anthony Joshua paycheck. So I don't know how that's going to be received if he does fight Miller, you know, based on what happened with Miller in the AJ fight. So, you know, not really looking good for Tyson Fury's future opponents, because, you know, I don't know if Kubrat Pulev is going to be, with all this stuff hanging around in the balance, I don't really know if Kubrat Pulev is going to be a likely candidate to match that time frame, because this is going from sugar to shit, and it's getting worse and worse. So let me know what you guys think. I think Bob Arum, he knows better. He's you know, Harvard educated, and he even said before he started speaking, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this. So you probably shouldn't have said it if you have to create that type of disclaimer before you say it. And I don't know. I don't know what happened with the Jenn Sushi. It's not my situation, so I don't really have a comment on that. I don't know, you know, all I know is that he kissed her on camera and, you know, the rest. But I don't know her involvement. I don't know anything else. But what I do know is you got to play situations like that, let them play out, and just be on your P's and Q's, because if they're already going after you for said thing, why egg it on and create more drama? And you know they're going to use that as evidence, and you know they're going to use that to try to make their case, because now they're saying, oh, Kubrat Pulev and his team and Bob Arum don't care, they're taking this lightly, you know, we want more action. So they could be using this as a, you know, the lawyer and everyone, they could be using this as a, you know, promotional boost for the movement that they're doing, you know what I'm saying? So it don't even make sense to feed into the ops like that, you know, people who are going against you. It don't really make sense to do that, in my opinion. So Bob Arum was better off not doing it. You did all that for YouTube views, you know, just to do a YouTube interview and say what, you know, instead of just biting your tongue. So really doesn't make sense. And Bob Arum's used to it in the boxing world, saying Al Heyman is the cancer of boxing, you know, and saying these different things like that. But at the same time, this is a sensitive matter, and this is deeper than just boxing. So it doesn't make sense to, when the pot's already boiling, you know, it doesn't make sense to just chime in with something petty or childish and accusations and insinuate, and, you know, because you know they're going to use it against you. Just common sense. Let me know what you guys think. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. We work.
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.